Resident Evil 4 is going to change so much and I can't wait. The importance of Resident Evil 4's remake and the possibilities for future games. According to Capcom, Resident Evil 4 revamp will safeguard the quintessence of the first game, while presenting modernized ongoing interaction, a rethought storyline, and distinctively itemized graphics. The meaning of a remastered game has gone through a few major changes as of late. In its least complex structure, a remaster is offering precisely the same game as the first, with little changes that reflect equipment enhancements. That could mean better goal or backing for widescreen or a couple of added special visualizations. Most normally, however, this sort of remaster incorporates the first game's motor and resources with some extra polishing. Remakes are significant on the grounds that they help to safeguard and respect the first work. There are many motivations behind why revamps are significant. However, the most widely recognized reason is that it assists with protecting and honor the first work. Resident Evil 4 Remake would have been the most exceedingly awful maintained mystery this industry has at any point seen, notwithstanding the reality our industry is by and large horrendous at keeping quiet. After the current weak state of play, the Endurance Loathsomeness recovery has at long last been revealed. This entertainment of the darling showstopper is coming 1 year from now and looks to reliably reproduce Leon's notable European drinking spree while additionally taking it to places we've never seen before, given how unconventional and pompous the first game is contrasted with the new series course of events highlighting Resident Evil 7, Village, and any remaining present-day revamps. It nearly needs to change for any of us to truly take it. Messy exchange, silly set pieces, and characters like Roman Salazar will presumably be worked out totally. This could bring about the disappointment of fans, however I eventually figure it will bring about a superior, more Paramount game. Capcom says exactly that in the PlayStation blog declaration post, affirming that it plans to cause the game to feel natural to fanatics of the series, while likewise giving a crisp inclination to it. This is being finished by reconsidering the storyline of the game while keeping the quintessence of its course, modernizing the designs and refreshing the controls to a cutting-edge norm. This is precisely exact thing happened to Resident Evil 2 and 3, with the revamps eliminating huge segments of the first games were important and refreshing the characters and story to mirror our ongoing scene. A few changes were vital and welcome, while others felt like substance being eliminated for it, bringing about more fragile encounters and drawing rage from fans who were obviously expecting something else. Resi 3 was certainly not an extraordinary game, ending up very short and shameful of the superior sticker price it commanded. Part of me trusts that Capcom has gained from this stumble while revamping that game that in its unique structure is about 16 hours in length. Inhabitant Evil 4 isn't short, it's an immense, aggressive, rollercoaster ride of a shooter that rehashed the very sort it involved back in 2005. Yet it likewise still holds up. Clearly the controls are a little old these days, however the game's pacing, gunplay, air, and execution stay unbelievable. This brings the pertinence of a revamp into question, and whether Capcom can legitimize its presence and chance the demonstration of discoloring its heritage all the while. With Transform, it can solidify its place, expanding upon what preceded while additionally making something totally new in its picture. Such a lot of time has elapsed and enough has been changed in the midst of the series' DNA that Resident Evil 4 can now arise with new visuals, new mechanics, and, surprisingly, new story components without objection. The trailer is obvious evidence of this new course. Its hazier and seriously premonition air joined with a more prominent spotlight on ridiculous brutality and claustrophobia feels like an immediate inconsistency of the first, which in the event that anything empowers investigation and exactness in gunplay as opposed to making tracks when foes demonstrate excessively. Here we don't see a lot of battle, however the experiences we're hoping to witness are so loved we don't have to. With these new visuals we can come to an obvious conclusion to us and invoke what this new vision of Resident Evil 4 will seem to be. Leon moves with an emanation of apprehensive deliberacy, looking through entryways and keeping away from potential dangers at whatever point possible. Iconic characters like Luis Serra, Osmond Salazar, and Vitor Mendez additionally show up in their new structures. Dress and height stay indistinguishable, yet there's something refreshingly frightening about them that has long disappeared with rehashed playthroughs throughout the long term. Rethinking them here, with new chances to alarm me and set up a good foundation for themselves as Ghastliness Legends has me so invigorated. Capcom could pull this off, and to a great extent since it will consider the effect of Resident Evil 4 and how an immediate change just could never have been conceivable. It requirements to change, and will be generally better for it. Only the village and castle segments are witnessed in the trailer, which are seemingly two of the most agreeable segments of the whole game. We don't see the minecart segment, underground labs, or destructive sinkholes loaded up with antagonistic bugs and tainted animals. These could work, yet they'd require some pinching, tucking, or even total updates to remain close by the parts of this new vision we've seen hitherto. It's hella creepy rather than campy. Leon is similar person we found in Resident Evil 2 Remake, obviously conveying laments from how that scandalous night in Raccoon City worked out and how can be offered to set things straight. Ada is the same character as well, having history with Leon currently solidly settled in this new ordinance. Ashley Graham has a totally new plan, and is less blameless student and more free lady, which I love, and ideally the tedious escort mission interactivity is gone as well. My cash is on the President's Girl having her own playable segment similar as Sherry Birkin in past changes, giving her personality been more noticeable quality while likewise making her position in the game undeniably to a lesser degree a burden. I have such countless inquiries concerning the Resident Evil 4 remake. Yet my underlying reluctance has transformed into a sensation of fervor that will convey me as far as possible into March 2023. Capcom will probably uncover more changes and film as the months progress, making it clear precisely how much this new vision will vary from the unbelievable work of art it expands upon. Perhaps I'm off base and every one of the sillier minutes and characters will stay immaculate. The reality of the situation will surface at some point.